What's going on, guys? That storm is definitely here. It is crazy out here. Look at this line. It is raining, boys. Oh man. Wait till you see the jetty. Oh, that guy just got soaked. It is working it. Gotta love Florida. Oh my gosh. There's already 6-footers out here. Wow. Here comes the storm. Not steady at all. Gave up on that. Some big waves rolling in, and it's just starting. It's only gonna get worse from here. Wow. Getting worked. Here comes the big one. Johns Pass is crazy. Wow. Some serious big waves out here. At least this guy is getting worked. Oh, that's a big one. Oh man, it is crazy out here. Getting soaked. Get a little higher up. Woo. The wind is starting to calm down a little bit, but I guarantee you one of these storms is going to hit off the Dolphin. It's going to have a little There's a big wave. All the way down the jetty. Here goes our beach. Our beach behind Hubbard's Marina is going to get twice as big now. There's another big wave. Just working the jetty. Woo! I'm going to have to make my way back through this. Oh, look at the size of that wave. We're going to wait till after this one. Oh, man. Walking through a puddle. Run! Oh man. Look at it all. Ah. We made it. Made it. Oh man. Let's see if I can turn this around. All right, We made it out of the craziness. It is definitely starting to rain here, and the weather's starting to get a little crazy inside the pass. This weather is going to be around the rest of the day today and into the day tomorrow. Especially the wind and the waves are going to be around through the day tomorrow. So really high winds, some really good chances of rain. This is a big line of storms. As this line moves through, the rain should die off for a little bit. So just one really solid band of storms. So it should be raining here for probably an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours at most. Then the rain will clear up. But as you can see behind me, the waves are crazy. And that wave action and that wind action won't die down as quickly. So it's gonna take a little longer for that wind and wave action to die down. Probably sometime Sunday is when all that wind and wave will start slowing down. It'll start calming down. Monday will be a great day to get back out there on the water. And Tuesday, probably Tuesday morning, is when that fishing's gonna get really good. Behind the front. Oh, I got something in my teeth, that's great. That's what you get for running out after lunch. But it is crazy down here inside Johns Pass for sure. I'm gonna show you guys that jetty again, but the wind is so crazy, it's not even holding the camera straight. The camera in the gimbal is getting blown off rotation. So I'm gonna try to show you one more time. If I can switch it around. That is crazy. Not going back down there. Woo. Luckily, like I said, this should only be through tonight, and then it'll start getting nicer and nicer there Saturday night into Sunday, and Easter it should start getting better and better. So luckily, we won't have to deal with this too long, but while we are dealing with it, this weather is crazy. We moved all the boats inside Johns Pass. None of our boats are at the dock anymore except for the two big fishing boats. Those two big fishing boats are gonna stay here tonight, and we've got crew members hanging out on those boats to make sure they're safe. We've actually cemented in the back of our door with some foam to make sure that door isn't getting flooded, to make sure our office doesn't get flooded. Because every time we get a really strong current like this and high seas, those seas are pushed right at our back door. Let me show you how high the water is at the back door of the office. This is pretty crazy. The waves are breaking over the seawall and rolling into the back of the office. Tonight, the high tide at 1:40 a.m., the tide will be even higher. There's even better chance that we're gonna see a lot of this wave action getting into the back of our office. So check this out. If I can switch it around, there we go. So here's the back of the office. Got it foamed in. You can see cemented in there. And the wave action is literally right on our doorstep. Right on the doors. We got water all the way up to our seawall here. And because of this beach, it creates a little natural ramp. So that water can come right up this ramp and get right into our back door. So that's why we cemented the back door with that foam. But come check out the dock. The dock is really crazy. You can see how high the water is. And we actually had to pull the ramps off the boat. We were working on some maintenance today on our boats, but we literally couldn't even leave the ramp on the boat because of how wavy it was and how high the tide was. Because of how high the tide was, we had to keep taking the ramps off the boat because they were falling off the boat and falling onto the dock. So pretty crazy situation. Let's show you the dock. There we go, switched it around. So you can see here where the water's already starting to come through the dock. You can see how high the tide is. Woo. The water is right there. I mean, just a couple inches from the bottom of the dock. Not normally like that. Normally the water's almost 12 inches. 12 inches at the highest above our dock. Check out how tall the fucking fisherman is. You can see how high the water is below our dock. The water is right there. Only a couple inches till it starts coming over the top of the dock. The boats are super high. That's why we're gonna have crew on the boats tonight to make sure these boats don't break any lines or break away on us. I bet if we walk over to the restaurant, I bet the restaurant dock might be getting wet. No, not quite yet, but it's close. So during Hurricane Matthew, when we were spending the night out here, the restaurant dock was actually, the waves of the pass were actually coming up underneath the restaurant. You can see here how high it is up underneath the restaurant. Now the bar over here behind the restaurant's definitely gonna flood. This place floods almost all the time. You can see how close the water is to the top of this dock. And this dock goes right into the restaurant right there. So tonight during that high tide at 1:40, these boats are gonna be bouncing around quite a bit. You can see how tall they are and how high they're sitting up with this high tide. And the high tide tonight's gonna be even worse because the wind's switching out of the west. Because the wind switches out of the west, it drives more water into Johns Pass. And with more water comes a higher tide. I mean, we only got a couple inches here before it comes over the main seawall. You can see how high the water got during that high tide. The water's actually gone down quite a bit. High tide was about noon. So the tide's actually gone down a little bit. But crazy weather for sure, high wind, high seas. And now with these storms, we're gonna get some rain. And this is gonna be around until Sunday afternoon or so. Really, Sunday morning is when the wind and waves start dying down. The rain should only be around for today mostly. By the end of the day today, there's a gust of wind blew the camera right out of the gimbal. By the end of the day today, the rain should be pretty much died off, and we'll only have to deal with the wind and the waves. But luckily, we've got a lot of time on our hands to do some maintenance, get these boats fully operational. Oh, we got a water on the camera. Oh well. So we're gonna go ahead and get back inside and get back to work, and hopefully we'll see you guys on Monday on the backside of this storm for some fishing. Remember, Hubbard's Marina is closed on Easter Sunday. We'll be back into operation early next week. We hope to see you then. Remember, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too busy. Have a great day, guys. Have a happy Easter, and we're gonna get back to work securing up this office, tightening all up the back to make sure none of the water comes in underneath the walls, because sometimes when the water gets super high at the base of the walls, we have water coming through here. During the last hurricane or the tropical storm, we had a lot of water coming through the base of the wall, because once it gets up over the seawall, it'll seep in here at the base of these walls. So we're hoping that our cement foam that we have at the back door is going to hopefully stop the water from coming in the door. And then we're really hoping the extra grout and the extra 5200 we put at the base of these walls and the base of the seawall will stop it from coming in the bottom of the seawall and coming in the bottom of the walls. But wish us luck. Hopefully you guys all stay, and we'll see you Monday on the backside of this storm, guys. Have a happy Easter. Thanks for watching.